Hi loves, today I wanted to do a quick-ish get ready with me. I'm going to use for the first time the Aurora Chasing palette by Terra and Ellie Starr, and she looks like this. She looks so beautiful. This will be the first time that I try a full palette from Terra. I only own singles, so for the matte formula it's going to be a first. And yeah, I wanted to talk to you about my experience after a bit more than a year doing social media like YouTube and Instagram. And yeah, let's just get right into it. I don't want this to be too long. I just sat here like this is really how I woke up. I didn't do my skincare yet. I wanted to show you that because I never do. First, I'm going to use the Ordinary Glycolic Acid 7% exfoliating toner. The oils that you see on my face are mine. I woke up in this. Yeah, I have a quite oily skin. Just, yeah. So I'm just putting it here. I usually don't wash my face in the morning because I still want my skin to be kind of protected and like the oils do the job, but right now it's kind of hot, like it's hot. It's like 36 degrees Celsius, not in the house but outside. Still it's hot, so yeah, I prefer to go with a clean slate, and I wanted to show you I use this. Then I'm going to put the Ordinary Multi-Peptide and Hyaluronic Acid Serum. Then the Sephora Plumping Booster Serum with 1% bakuchiol or bakuchiol, I never know how you're supposed to pronounce this. This one I haven't done any review on yet. It's going to be at the end of the month, which I don't know if this video will be the first one to be posted or if the end of the month, you know, full-on recap will be first. But I already tried a bakuchiol serum from Sephora that I really loved, and it disappeared, and this one I think is the replacement. And yeah, I love it very much. It's already here and I've only got it from like the beginning of the month, so yeah, I use it every morning and every evening. Then usually most of the time I would use my Laneige lip glowy balm in the morning, but right now I'm trying to finish this lip oil from Revolution. It's the Nikki Lily collaboration, and it's in the shade Caramel Apple Macchiato, and as it's a lip oil, it's perfect and it smells and tastes really good. And then I'm using my Yepoda The Daylight Rose Water Mugwort Niacinamide Oil-Free Moisturizer. This is it's a quite, it's not really liquidy, but it's not really thick of a texture, and it's really lightweight. It doesn't leave any greasiness on the skin. I really enjoy it. And I also have the Night Light for the evening that I rebought because I already finished one. And yeah, I really enjoy that one. As I said, it's thin. It's made especially for oily skin. So yeah, I'm really loving that. And it's refillable. I've already used quite a lot. And then my last step for my skincare is going to be SPF. I'm using the Haru Haru Wonder Black Rice Moisturize Hair Lift Daily Sunscreen. It's a SPF 50+. I really love the packaging. It's almost empty, as you can see. Maybe I won't be able to. Oh yeah, I still can. I have backups of this one. I really enjoy it as well. As you can see, no white cast at all. It's not oily. It's really lightweight. It's unscented. And it's quite cheap. I think it's like, it's something like 30 euros the component, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, I don't want to put too much into this. Like, I can't afford to buy a 30 euros component like this every time. So yeah, it looks quite like I promise it's not greasy, it's just fully moisturized because it's moisturizing as well. I'm just going to let everything sink in for a few minutes and I will be right back. Okay, so I finally had to go get lunch, and then I had an appointment, and then I was on a phone call with my sister and my mom. So it's been almost 7 hours since I started recording. Sorry. So I think that my skincare is full on inside my skin. Like, I think we're good. So I'm going to start. As a primer, I'm trying to finish my Revlon Photo Ready Perfecting Primer. This is my favorite primer probably of all time, but it's discontinued, and I also enjoy the other version, like this one, the grip, but I still prefer this one. I have to open it because the pump doesn't get it enough. Then I'm taking my Nocibé concealer. I'm sorry, it's probably only French. I don't know. Maybe you can get Nocibé elsewhere, but it's the Eye Optimizing Serum Concealer. I wanted to talk about my experience. I'm gonna start it now because otherwise I'll never finish. So I wrote down things I wanted to talk about. But first I wanted to give you the reasons why I decided to start in the beginning, and there are several. The first one was I'm getting into my foundation. Same thing, I have to open it because nothing comes out. It's the Maybelline Lumimatte foundation in 118, and I really adore it. But yeah, it's up like here. It's really, I only have a very few uses left, and I have to put a brush inside. So when I starting using indie brands, I like, there were not as many brands on Monolith as there are now. Some of my favorite brands right now didn't even exist, and I think it was, I don't remember what year, but whatever. And I would always watch a review on YouTube before buying something if I don't already know the brand and the formula, because like, I'm not one to just jump, well, I didn't used to be one to just jump on a product if I don't have any indication that I'm gonna like it. And I was really missing some content, because as they were indie brands, maybe they were not as known as, of course, brands that you can find in Sephora or Ulta for Americans or whatever. And I felt like I could fill that void, you know. There really were some brands in particular that I really wanted to have reviews on, and I could find like one or two review on the internet, and I really feel like a review when you do only 1 or 2 looks is not a review. I have a fold on my lid, so I'm really prone to creasing. I have quite oily eyelids. So overall, I really need to watch content of people that have that same skin, the same, quite the same texture, the same skin type, and the same problem with creasing eyeshadows. I'm using the XX Revolution Cream Bronzer in the shade Inspire. I'm really happy of how much I use it. I want to use it as much as I can before it goes bad. And I think it's a pretty nice shade for me in the summer. And I was really missing this, and so I decided I would come and fill that void. I wanted to do full reviews with wear time test. I wanted to do several looks, not just only 1 or 2. The last review that I posted was of the Glamnatrix Silent But Deadly. I can link it up here if you haven't seen it. And I'm not really happy with that video because I could only film 2 looks, even though I did way more than that. And on the intro and the outro, the rain was pouring. And I was really hoping that you could not hear it, but you really can. And now that I think about it, I just want to refilm it, but it's okay. This one is not perfect, but I can do other videos. So I'm sorry for the inconvenience if you have watched it. And yeah, I want to do the reviews of the products that I don't see a lot of review on. So same thing, right now there are way more YouTubers that do reviews of indie products, in my opinion, like compared to what it was when I started using indie products. And there are some brands that have a lot of reviews, but there are still some that don't, some products. So I try to, still fill that void and do the reviews of the products that don't have that much reviews, or I don't know, sometimes I only go and do the review of the products that I want. But if I get several palettes, I will begin with the one that is more needed, in my opinion. Then I also thought that with the amount of money that I was putting into my makeup collection, I thought it could be a good idea to, make it worth, if I may say so. Because yeah, of course, this is a hobby, but I used to spend even more than I do now, because now I have a house, I have other expenses, so I don't spend as much into makeup, but it's still the main part of my, my guilty pleasure. It is still makeup. I'm using the Wet n Wild Photo Focus Translucent Powder. It still is, but yeah, I thought I have a lot of makeup. I should use it with a purpose, okay? So that was another reason. And also I thought that in my surroundings, nobody wears makeup. Well, not the way that I do. They wear only a liner or just a little bit of a shimmery, satiny something, but mostly from the drugstore or from Sephora. Nobody buys from indie brand, and I have pretty much nobody to talk to about makeup in my everyday life. And I really thought that having a new community would be nice, even though it was not my first intention. Which leads me to my feedback, um, which is I really was not expecting to have this much love with the community. Sorry, I'm taking my Mac Prep and Prime. So yeah, I was saying I didn't expect to be surrounded by so much love and support from people that I don't know in real life, you know. And I think that when you are starting, well, when you are hesitating to start posting, the first thing that may come in your mind is I'm afraid of the criticism, I'm afraid that I'm not good enough or whatever. And actually, like, from the moment when I started, well, I do Instagram and YouTube. From the moment that I started, I only got like 2 bad comments. Well, one was really meant to be mean, and the other one I think was just like a no, or I don't remember, or like a upside down thumb, a thumb down, is it? But otherwise it's only love and support, and I really wasn't expecting that. And with time I really met, not in real life, but I had the chance to get to know some other creators, and having to follow their journey as well, and having them follow mine. And yeah, it's really been a joy. And yeah, I have several names that pop in my head, of people that are always there, always commenting. Some that are here from the beginning, some that came along the way. And yeah, I'm really, I feel really cherished in a way. I don't know if that's the right word. So I'm going to start with the palette. I have no idea of what I want to do, but I think I want to go into the hot pink. Maybe, you know what, I'm gonna start with that. I'm not gonna do something too complicated. I'm starting with my Singe E01, and I'm going into the hot pink. And yeah, I think it's going to go in that area, and I'm gonna go from there. Yeah, okay. Oh, maybe I can zoom you in a little bit. So yeah, a real pleasure to have meet all of these people. In another sense, sometimes, now that I've talked about the friendship aspect, like the people around, there is also sometimes when, like, you get some expectation of the feedback, and something it doesn't sometimes, sorry, it doesn't get to your expectation, of course. I don't know, like, if there is a better moment to post or something like this. Like, I don't really, I don't watch these types of statistics. But sometimes I've posted things and I've been really thinking, oh, okay, I would love to see that. So I think that many people will like it, and it doesn't do very well. And other times I post something because I think like, okay, so at what point I was doing Throwback Thursday, using older products only on Thursday. And I remember that one time I did post a look that I wasn't really a big fan of, but I had to post something on that day. And it was one of my most viewed shorts. And I didn't really understand why, because it really wasn't my best luck. And I don't know, most of the time I don't really understand how or why some videos, mostly shorts, I don't really like shorts or reels on Instagram. I don't understand why some are more viewed than the others. And as I always post the same reels and shorts at the same time, sometimes one of them gets like 200 views and the other one gets 2K, and I don't understand the difference or why, or I don't know. I forgot to say one thing for what I wanted to do at first. My first intention was to only do YouTube because that's what I wanted. But I realized that I don't know how to, get a community on YouTube. It's not done the same way, like with friends and tags, and it's not the same. So I decided to also get an Instagram account to post as well and to share what I do on YouTube, to create a community that way. And I've been actually really enjoying doing Instagram, and it's way easier to post on Instagram than on YouTube. And yeah, that's something that I'm gonna get into a little bit later. Then what do I want? Let me just do my brows. I'm using the NYX Control Freak brow gel. I want to talk about one last thing about my, like, how I started and a bit of my expectation, and then I'm gonna talk about like what it's like on a daily basis. So when you start, you, like, I felt like, naked. I didn't know anyone. I didn't know, like, some people in my real life knew I wanted to do that. I'm also using the Beauty Bay brow fixer in the shade Teddy. I really enjoy it. There is too much product on it, so I always, put less. And so when I started, I wasn't really expecting people to watch my videos or like my content, because I didn't know anyone. Like, when you start at 0 followers, like every new follow, I was so happy. Like, I was just like, wow, one person wants to see what I'm doing, and I was like over the moon. And it wasn't about the numbers, it really was like, okay, if you, how can I say this? If you put things in perspective and see, like, even if it's 17 followers, it's still 17 people who are wanting to see what you are doing, and in real life it means more. Like, if you visualize it, it really is something. Like, do you know what I mean? um and now I don't really know. Oh shoot. On Instagram I'm like 590, something like this, and on YouTube I'm 380. I think it's something like this, if I remember correctly. I don't check every day, but I see it, of course, when I go in my account. And when I started, of course, in the back of your head, there is a part of you that hopes that, you go big. But when, like, I don't want to go viral. I don't think I have the ability to either. But if I did, I wouldn't want to, because, like, I think that something viral comes fast but also goes fast, and I prefer to build something that's more meaningful and durable than to just go in with a bang and then leave. And if you get 1 million followers in one day, I think you can also lose a million follower in another day. Like, it's not really what I want. And same thing, the more people that you have following you or seeing your content, of course, the more criticism you can get, and bad ones as well. Maybe I'm more protected because I don't have that big of a community. I don't know. And also, I don't want this to be my whole life. This is a hobby that I really enjoy, but I don't want YouTube and Instagram, like creating content, um, to be my whole life. I think I'm going to go in the sort of khaki shade. I have no idea what I'm doing. But yeah, that shade is so beautiful, and I have no problem with the formula. And I I love my my job in real life. I'm not into big events and socializing too much. And I don't want to be like, this is not me. I No, even to meet with the people that I know in real life can be a struggle sometimes. So I'm really happy with the way that my life is right now. I wouldn't say no to like one event here and there, but yeah, that's not, I don't want this to be, a lifestyle. So yeah, I'm really good. Thank you. um, but if like, I understand that some people could want that. It's not what I mean. I'm just saying that it's not for me. And yeah, I don't even think that I'm eligible for it either way. So everything's great. Lovely shade as well, very pigmented. As I don't really know what I'm doing, of course, I'm just going and seeing what happens. This was my Singe EO2, and then going into with my shade EO5 into. Do I go into the dark green or the dark? I think it's the dark green, yes, or the dark purple. I think I'm going to go into the dark, like purple burgundy. This is a Singe Beauty brush day, apparently. I use them all the time, but yeah. So yeah, that being said, I of course wouldn't say no to collab with brands, or I don't want to promote overconsumption, so I'm not really into getting lots of PR and bags and many things. Like, if I ever get asked if I want to get some products, I will really think about, well, will I use them? Will I like them? I don't need many things. Like, there are many items in my collection, well, some, where I don't feel like I need to have 100 of, because what's the point? Like, the main thing would be bronzer, in my opinion. I don't understand why some people would need several bronzers. They all do the same thing. Like, you can have different shades for summer and winter, and have one powder and one matte, one powder and one cream, but otherwise, like, what's the point? Really, I'm really asking, like, let me know if you have several of these. I don't understand it, so tell me. um, but nobody has asked me, like, no brands have asked me, but if they ever do, um, I I want to be conscious about everything, Okay, let me just say, these shadows are very pigmented and easy to work with. They just, can you see the powder around it? They are a little bit powdery in the pen, and so I got a little bit of fallout. This one was the khaki one. I saw it, I just didn't say. But yeah, it's not a big problem for me, but as I always do my base before, maybe be aware of that. I'm gonna be able to take it away after, but just wanted to let you know. So yeah, I've been recently, um, if I'm not mistaken, accepted in a not PR, a affiliate program. I'm not saying a lot about it right now because it hasn't really been activated yet, and I'm waiting for it to be, because yeah, I don't want to give any information and then discover that it's actually not happening. Um, and uh, and yeah, I'm really happy about this. But also, when I started, I've had several brands that I didn't know um, messaging me, and I'm sure it happened to many other creators, asking like, we can send you some products, and you talk about them on your page, something like this. And I was like, I don't know you, I don't know what you're selling. I'm not doing that. And like, I have less than 200 followers. How could that be beneficial for you? I don't understand. Even now that I'm over 500, which is not like, it's a lot for what I imagined when I started, but sorry, but compared to many other beauty creators around me, it's not a lot at all. And people around me, like in real life, like my boyfriend or other people, always tell me like, you should ask brands to work with you or things like this. And I'm like, you don't know really how it's like I'm nobody compared to all of the other creators around me. Like, i I don't do anything better than everyone else, like, meaning it has to be something that makes sense for the brand as well. And I'm only going back into all of the brushes that I use, as I always do. um, it has to be something interesting for the brand. You have to give something for them, like to them, for it to be interesting. And many other beauty creators do swatches beautifully, very well, where you can see all the shifts. It's so very clean on different skin tones. I'm like, I don't bring anything more to that. Some people do beautiful, beautiful eyeshadows looks, and are so very creative. And I'm not the most creative amongst all of them. Like, I do this for fun, I enjoy it, I try some new things from time to time. So, of course, the people around me in real life think that I'm the most creative, because I'm probably the most creative um, amongst them, makeup wise. Um, but in the beauty community, I'm way behind, if I can say that. Um, Also, what else could be interesting for a brand? Like, do beautiful photos of the palettes, of the whole collection, with, many decorations and a big setup and good lighting. And I'm not the one to do this. Sorry, I always feel like I'm not in focus. I'm not the best one. Like, many people do that very, very well. So I don't have the pretension, is this the right word, to go to a brand and say, I'm gonna do this better than this other person, because I really don't think I'm going to be better than them. What I think that I really bring would be full reviews with wear time, with several looks. Like, if a brand claims to be very good with staying power, I think I could be one to really showcase that. A brand that claims to be really, really good for hooded eyes, for oily lids, I think I can show something really interesting here. Even for more mature skin, I wouldn't say like I'm mature, like I'm 30, but I have fine lines. I have some wrinkles when I smile. You can really, really see that my eyes is like, I love this. Like, really enjoy having these. But of course, the makeup don't look the same. You don't apply makeup the same way on an older skin than on the skin of a 15-year-old, of course. So maybe I can add something to that. That's the only thing that I'm really thinking about. And of course, I can do several types of looks. Like, I enjoy really dipping my toes in many realms. Like, I like sometimes to do something very simple and neutral. Sometimes something more bold, something more grungy, something with liners and shapes and big colors. Like, I enjoy to do a lot. I think that sometimes it's good, but I see a lot of creators that really have their own vibe. And so when you visit their page, they have a community that's built on the fact that this is their universe. I follow quite a lot of creators that are doing only grungy, gothy makeup, and some that only do liners. And I want to do everything. So maybe it's actually not helping me, because I can't pick a side. But I don't really plan to change about that. I want to do everything, and I will. This is my hobby. If this were my job, I would think differently, but it's not. So I'm gonna do what I want to do. And after all this time doing it, yeah, I've been really having a blast, and loving everything about it. And it really makes me want to create even more. I get inspired by products, I get inspired by color stories, I get inspired I get inspired by other creators. Like, sometimes they do beautiful looks with different shapes, with different color combos. They do something with a palette that I own, but that I never thought about doing a look that way. And yeah, every time I'm really loving it, being inspired by all of these people. I'm taking my MAC Prep and Prime again, but just a tiny bit, like really a little, and I'm putting it on my lid where I want to put shimmer on. I know it will move what I've done underneath, but it's okay. I don't show you this because I always do weird things with my eyes. In which one do I want to go? Let me swatch all fours. Oh, they all look so beautiful. So all of my fingers are, oh, wow. This is so reflective. Oh, this one is a really interesting shade, actually. It's white, but it goes a little bit very, very light pink on one side, and on the other side it's kind of holochrome. It's really beautiful. Then this purplish one, beautiful, wow. And the last one, Oh, the last one is so beautiful. Look at those. They are all so delicious. I think I want to use that one though. I'm not gonna use only one, but this one is a must. Okay, so taking this one, I'm not putting too much. I'm sorry I will not be able to tell you about the wear time because it's late. I was supposed to do this morning, but the day got out of my hands. Oh, actually it shifts from a green to a pink. Can you see? Well, you can mostly see the pink, so I think it will pair beautifully with this look. Yes, I'm loving this. Now I want to just tell you what it means from in the daily life. I wasn't expecting the amount of time that it would take to edit videos, to film and edit videos. It takes so much time, even more when you do like inserts. Like the longest ones are reviews because well, the way that I do it, I have the moment when I do the makeup that and I don't speak, so I have to do the voiceover because I do them in French and in English. So there is the moment where I do my makeup, then the update in the middle of the day, the update at the end of the day. I have to do this as many times as looks that I have in the video, which means at least 3, most of the time more than 3. Then I have to film the intro and the outro both in French and in English. Then I have to edit everything. Sometimes I have to do inserts like swatches. Maybe if I, like in the last video, as I didn't have the time to film every look, I still inserted like updates videos and the photos of the looks when they were done. And then when it's edited, I have to record the voiceover in French and in English. And then I finish the editing and then I get to post it, and I have to do the thumbnail as well. So it really takes a lot of time, and I usually do it when I'm on lunch break, because when I'm alone in the evening, because I don't want this to take over to my personal life. Like, I don't want to do this every night when I come back from work and not being able to spend time with my boyfriend or my family. So yeah, sorry, that's why sometimes my videos take a long time to be posted. Some videos are easier, like shorter to film, but most of them are still quite long. Another thing is you kind of have to be kind of consistent, because sometimes I have many ideas, and if I had the time, I could post like a video a day for 2 weeks, and sometimes I don't get any ideas, and I'm glad that I have some backup videos that I've done or that I'm preparing, because creativity as well is like plays a lot in this, because you may not be creative every day, and sometimes I really get like blocked. Mostly on Instagram, I always take pictures of my makeup in the morning and whenever I can. But sometimes I don't post it because I have something else that I have to post or want to post. And I'm sorry, I went a little bit too low there. And so I'm happy that sometimes as I take every time my pictures, but I don't post them every time. If I get no inspiration whatsoever, I still have them to post. you know, so I organize a little bit like this. But that's because I don't post every day. My original plan was to post at least one thing every day. So I would like do one Instagram post, then one reel and a short, then a YouTube video, then an Instagram, and so on and so forth. But I didn't get to do that. I'm going into the iridescent, and I'm putting this on the very inner corner. Ooh, beautiful. But yeah, I realized that when I'm very regular, I get more views. But when I really stop, like I had some times when I really stopped to post for like a week or two for personal reasons. Um, and when I come back, it's not like people have forgotten me, but I think that I don't appear on their feed as much as when I was doing it more regularly. And then I'm going into the green. So keep that in mind. I think it plays into the way that people see you. I don't know anything about the algorithm or something or anything, but I'm pretty sure that this matters still. So yeah, I'm not calculating this. If you want to, you have some statistics on YouTube and on Instagram that you can follow if you want, but I'm not really into this. And the last thing that I wanted to talk about, yeah, I think I'm happy with this. I say this and I take more eyeshadow. The last thing, yes, that I wanted to talk about is balance between personal life and creating some content. Because of how much time it takes, I think it's been pretty challenging to find this balance. Like, if I lived alone with nobody in my life and no responsibility, and if I was better organized, I'm not the most organized person, and also if I didn't need more than 10 hours of sleep every night, maybe I would be able to work this out better, but I'm not all of those things. I'm just taking my mascara. The one that I'm trying to finish is the Kiko Unexpected Paradise Twist Brush Waterproof Mascara. I think it's okay. So I'm starting with it not twisted, and then I twist it. I will show you. And yeah, sometimes things don't go as I plan, and as I said, I don't want this to take over on my personal life. Well, sometimes it does a little bit, because you know, I want to do this, but I also have to do something in my house. Like, there are some works that needs to be done there. You have to, of course, take care of the cleaning and the laundry and everything, and still have to go to work and buy groceries and everything. So I have the same amount of time as you, but I decided to get a hobby that was really time consuming, which is, well, maybe not the smartest choice. But yeah, that's what I did. But even though I wished I would post a little bit more, I don't, because I still choose my personal life. Okay, now I'm gonna twist it. And now it's twisted. I know I did put some mascara here. I'm gonna show you how I'm gonna get rid of it in a moment. Okay, so I'm done with my mascara. And I waited for this little dot to dry. Now that it's dry, I'm taking this spoolie and I'm just brushing on it. I could have waited a little bit longer for it to dry. Okay, so there it's gone. I'm just taking a bit of the eyeshadow to put on. Okay, you can see it. You can see it now. What do I want to put as blush? Oh, let me just zoom you out a little bit. Yeah. Oh, maybe I'm gonna put my lipstick first. Yeah, you know what? I'm going to go black. And I didn't even have to think twice of what I wanted to take. So this is my Unearthly Villain lip liner, my Black Moon Sleepwalker liquid lipstick, and this is, yeah, I will probably use it as well. This is the the Grwm Girls Trapped gloss in the shade Poe. So let me just try to do this. I'm probably not going to be able to speak at the same time. Yeah, I think it's going to look really good with this eye look. Should I put something like in the middle of my lips? I don't know. Taking this. Oh, it smells so good. If you have never tried these from Black Moon, they smell so good. And they're so pigmented, like, did you see that? They smell like the original Kylie liquid lipsticks. I have no idea what this is, but they smell so good. Okay, love this. I'm just waiting for it to be really dry. Well, it's not really drying, but you know what I meant. I'm just putting a little bit more powder because it's really hot and it's been a minute since I did my base. Because yeah, I didn't say, but I had to pause um, between the moment when I did my base and the moment when I did my eyes, because the heat, my phone was overheating. So yeah, I had to take another break. Like, this is a three part, not really three part. Well, I had to do this in 3 different moments. Okay, so now taking the Trapped gloss. This, I really love it, and this was gifted to me by Monolith in one of my packages. It's not like PR, it was just a gift with purchase, and I'm so happy I got that one. And you can't take a lot on your brush, which I think is a little bit annoying because I have to go back many times, but at the same time you can't put too much, so it's still good. I love this. And yeah, now for blush. Okay, I think I'll go into a more pinky one. I'm taking my Fenty Beauty double ticked up freestyle cream blush duo in the shade, it's Peony Dropper and Malibu's. So Peony Dropper and Malibu's. And yeah, I think I'm going to stay into the Peony Dropper. That was a little bit too much. I'm taking my foundation brush and just going lightly over it. Yeah. And now for highlighter. I'm thinking maybe my Glisten Shapeshifter. I don't know what happened here. I don't know what product went on it, and I did that to take it away, and it did that. So yeah, I'm so glad. Yeah, I'm going to go into the shade Divine, which goes from a pink to a sort of gold. Maybe you will be able to see it more on my cheeks. I really love that one. And so to sum up this video, I'm really happy I started it. It really made me accept to be more creative in my day-to-day life, because you may not know this, but almost all of my looks I wear to work, so I can't be like too creative either. I can't do too much. Nobody ever did say anything to me at work, but like, I'm I'm seeing clients in front of me. I can't, you know, um, come with something that's too bold. Today I'm not gonna see anyone. Like I'm not working today, but still, like, I wished I could take more time, but I only, like, I do my makeup in the morning, so I don't have 2 hours to do it. So yeah, there's that too. But I'm pretty much yeah, I'm just gonna put a little bit of makeup setting spray. This one is from Sephora. I really enjoy the mist of it, and I don't really put that on for it to wear longer. It's more to melt everything together, and most of the time I still go a tiny bit into powder again, just in my T-zone. And let me just take out the baby bangs that I have. And yeah, I'm really glad that it made me, you know, be more creative. The community that I built and that I got to know, and yeah, I'm really happy about all of this. And if you are hesitating to start too, I really think that you should, like, even if it doesn't work the way that you expect it to, I don't think it's going to be a mistake. And either way, it's just makeup. If you end up not liking the experience, you can stop. Like, I don't think you risk a big thing if you try, you know. So yeah, I've been really loving it. If I had to you know, expect something for the future, of course I would love to, you know, have like get some PR from my favorite brands and be able, like, it's not about getting products for free, it's more getting products early to be able to review them before they launch, because that's the moment that's more interesting for people. And yeah, I would really love that, of course. Or maybe get some payback for the work that I do, because it's still sort of like it still takes me a lot of time. But yeah, I'm very aware that some people do it way better than I do, and put a lot of effort into it too. So yeah, I understand that I'm not the first in line, if I can say that way. But yeah, it's still been a really nice time, and I don't intend to stop. So yeah, thank you so very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you have an experience to share on creating content, let me know. I would love to hear your experience as well. Or are you hesitating to start? Let me know. I'm going to do a sort of Q&A soon. I thought, like, I gained some followers, like quite a lot of followers on YouTube and Instagram, and I want to, you know, maybe some people want to get to know me a bit better or ask me some questions. And yeah, I think I can do a sort of get ready with me answering your question. So you can start putting some questions here if you want me to answer them. And I will put a, you know, a story on my Instagram as well to ask if some of you want to ask me anything. If I don't get any questions, I will not do the video, but if I do, I will. And yeah, if I get like 3 questions, I will only answer them in my stories, but who knows. So yeah, thank you so very much. Hopefully I will see you in my next video. Bye.